All right, IG, we're about to get started. Read Rich and Righteous. Get started right now. What's going on? What's going on? Again, you can join us on YouTube. That is better for you. All right. What's going on, family? What's going on, Diamond Mind? All right. Welcome to another day of Read Rich and Righteous, the spiritual secrets to mastering money manifestation in your mind. We are starting a brand new week. What are we, about 2.5 months in now? It's been a beautiful, beautiful journey. We started mid-November, and we've been here every weekday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time reading Rich and Righteous. And it's been a blessing to build this community and just see the transformation that is occurring in people's lives as a result of these daily readings. So thank you all for being here. I'm so blessed to be a blessing, and I just appreciate each and every one of you for showing up. You're not showing up for me. You're showing up for yourselves. You're showing up for the God that's inside of you. You're showing up for your higher self. This is not about me whatsoever. It's all about you being able to bring your heaven, which is your highest good, the greatest good that you can see for yourself and others, down to earth, right? On earth as it is in heaven. That is what we're here to do. We're to bring heaven on earth. And so I'm just excited to have all of you here. And I'm excited about this new week. Most people, resent Mondays. They hate Mondays. And I'm excited to be able to do God's work every single day. And so we do need days of rest, whether you take Sabbath on Saturday or Sunday, doesn't matter. We want to make sure that we rest on the strong end. That's how we get strong. We don't call it a weekend. We get strong during that time, and then we come back and we continue to do God's work. And I believe that that's what we are doing here every morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So with that, we are going to continue our reading today. We are actually in commandment number 7, money commandment number 7. We're on page 269. We're on page 269. If you have not got the book yet, you can go to moneyandmanifestation.com. Again, that's moneyandmanifestation.com. And you can get the book. When you buy it, you get 5 copies. If you go to Amazon, you only get 1 copy for $100. But if you go to moneyandmanifestation.com, you get 5 copies for $100. Plus, you also get the Rituals Workbook, which is all the exercises that you see at the end of the chapters. And you also get the audiobook. So I encourage you to go to moneyandmanifestation.com. The reason I set it up that way is that you get 1 book for yourself and you get 4 to give to other people. This is how you stimulate your personal economy, by entering into a state of giving. I'm trying to stimulate your personal economy. We're not waiting for any government stimulus checks. That's not going to happen the way it happened during COVID. And so the way you stimulate your personal economy is by increasing your level of giving, right? As you give, so you shall receive. So the reason many of you aren't receiving enough is because you're not giving enough, right? And so it's a very beautiful thing. The economy that we've actually created in the Facebook group has been amazing. For those of you who are in a temporary state of lack, you can go into the Facebook group and you can go look for anyone who is looking to give away one of their 4 copies, and you can simply request a copy of the book from need, from a place of genuine need, not neediness, not victim consciousness, not begging, but from a genuine place of need. And the way that works is you say, look, I don't have $100 to buy the book. I would if I did. I only have $10 right now. I'm happy to cash app somebody that $10 if just to pay for shipping. If they would be happy to give me one of their books, I will read the book. I will use the book. And then when I enter in a state of abundance in the near future, I will pay it forward and do the exact same thing for somebody else. So this is what we do. And it's been exciting. In fact, let me put the Facebook URL in there in the chat. If you haven't been in the Facebook group, people are sharing amazing testimonies there. People are sharing amazing testimonies in the group. And that's also where people are giving away books as well. So there's no reason why you should not have this book in your hand. The way it's set up is for those who need to learn how to give in a more confident, in a more sustainable way. It's their opportunity to give. And then for those of you who are in a state of lack and you need to develop the muscle of asking, this is your opportunity to ask. You have not because you ask not, right? So this is beautifully designed. And again, the divine download came to me to set it up this way. And so you can see a beautiful economy that is emerging in our Facebook group, exchanging this book, which is actually more valuable than this. This book is more valuable than this. This is fish. This is teaching you how to fish, right? And what's more valuable at the end of the day? Teaching you how to fish is more valuable at the end of the day. Knowing how to attract money into your life, how to make it part of your experience naturally, that is more powerful than just having money. So we are focused on the mindset in today's section on the 7-point money maximization matrix. This chapter, it's actually 8 pages, so we might go a little bit long today. 5, it's actually, it's about 7 pages. So this chapter is powerful. It is powerful, powerful, powerful. And so I'm going to literally teach you how to use this today, okay? Using a scoring matrix, okay? So with that, I want to thank Mother, Father, God for bringing us here another week, for the breath that is in our body, for the technology that is allowing us to connect with one another, for the wisdom that is being communicated to me and through me, and for your presence. I want to just thank God for that. And with that, let's get into today's reading. If you haven't already done so, please like and share this video. We have 259 people on YouTube, but only 92 likes. So we got to beat these algorithms. And the only way we can beat those algorithms is through human beings, right? Human beings who believe in this message and this level of consciousness. So if you have an opportunity, please, I don't beg, but this is just a genuine ask. If you find this time and space that we co-create together to be useful, please like and share this video on Instagram and YouTube. And that'll be the last time I ask. I know there are people who are in the chat who will continue to remind you, but that's my genuine ask. And from there, we move forward. All right. Okay. Again, we're on page 269, and it is the 7-point money maximization matrix. All right. The scripture for today. Then God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply." Genesis 1:28. All right. You're saying it's not coming in clearly on YouTube. YouTube quality is going in and out. Let me see if I do this. Hold on. All right, 1 second. We're having issues on YouTube right now. So 1 second. YouTube. Dang. Let's see what happened. Manage. All right, we're having issues on YouTube. 1 second, family, while I fix that. Dang. YouTube. Go live. 7-point money maximization matrix. Next. Man. We're having issues on YouTube real quick, family. Give me a second. All right, give me a second while I fix that. Come on, technology. All right. We always have a backup, family. We always have a backup. All right. So, all right. So I see folks coming from YouTube to IG. We have restarted on YouTube. All right, let's see if people are coming back. Giving YouTube a second to share this with folks. Dang. It's all good. It happens. All right. Almost there, y'all. Sorry about that. If YouTube goes down, please go to Instagram. All right, cool. We are back and in action. We probably lost some people in the fold, but always know that within 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to try to get it back up. I see that our Instagram numbers went up, so I think we were able to capture some of the people YouTube is putting it back out there to the world, and we hadn't fully started the reading yet, so it's all good. So just for since the intro is gone, just letting you know we had some issues on YouTube, so I had to restart this video. And today we are reading Rich and Righteous, Spiritual Secrets, Mastering Money, Manifestation in Your Mind. Today we are on page 269. We are here at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time every single day. And if there are any issues, please go over to my Instagram. So Instagram, if you have issues, come over to YouTube. If we have issues, feel free to go over to Instagram. So we always have a backup. All right. So you're saying it's freezing up again? I'm on the network. So YouTube, please go over to Instagram. If we're having issues, please go over to Instagram. All right. So YouTube, in order to record this, I'm going to probably jump off and I'm going to go do a Zoom just so that we can get the recording and I can upload it to YouTube later on today. All right. So if it's buffering and we're going to get a bad recording, I'm just going to go record it on Zoom right now. Okay. All right. So I'm going to end this stream on YouTube, unfortunately. And I'm just going to go record it directly to my computer and then I'll upload it on YouTube later. Is that cool? Because I don't want to get a bad recording. I don't want to get a bad recording of it so that we have this documented. Is that cool? All right, cool. So please go over to Instagram right now. My Instagram is instagram.com/Jullien Gordon, 2 L's IEN. It's all good. It happens. All right. So go over to YouTube. I'm going to end this stream right now and I'm just going to record straight to my desktop. All right. All right. We'll see if we can get it fixed by tomorrow. All right. All right, peace. All right, that didn't work out, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go record directly. Through QuickTime. Thank you for your patience, IG. All right, cool. Okay, cool. So here we go. I'm gonna try this again. I'm recording directly to my desktop, and I'll post this on YouTube later. All right, welcome to another day of Read Rich and Righteous. We're reading Rich and Righteous, Spiritual Secrets and Mastering Money, Manifestation in Your Mind. We had some issues with our YouTube channel today and the internet connection. So I'm recording this directly to my computer and I will upload this to YouTube later on today. Today we are reading page 269. We're on page 269, the 7-point money maximization matrix. This is one of the most powerful chapters in the entire book. And I'm excited to share it with you because it's literally going to show you how to use this inert spiritual substance that we call money in the most powerful way possible. It'll show you how you score on a daily basis with the use of your money. So I'm excited to have you here. Unfortunately, we will not have chat today because of the internet issues, but this will be uploaded to YouTube for you to listen to later on. So with that, I want to get into the reading since we had a delayed start due to the technology. So let's get into it. So we're on page 269 and it's a 7-point money maximization matrix. All right. Then God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply." Very simple command. Genesis 1:28. All right. Most people circulate money at the lowest levels simply because they don't know any better. But there are levels to this. As Reverend Ike says, to circulate means to return to original point of origin. Okay. So we don't accumulate money. We circulate money. And circulation means to return to original point of origin. with the source of all supply being God and us being the conductor through which this active energy flows. Where there is no circulation, there is no life. Money and manifestation are mathematical. It is an exact science, and I recognize that having a scoreboard to measure our use of money on a daily basis will help us use money at the highest level possible. So let's walk through the various ways to use money from the lowest level to the highest in a framework I call the 7-point money maximization matrix to help you make better financial day-to-day real-time decisions. Okay. If we're just thinking about these lofty financial goals and we can't understand how it's helping us in the day-to-day, then it's all for naught. We have to know how to use this tool in the day on a daily basis. And so that's where the 7-point money maximization matrix falls. All right. Ready? -2. -2. Lose money. Warren Buffett said rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2 is never forget rule number 1. He wasn't just referring to stock market investments. The number one way people lose money is through what? What is the number one way people lose money, family? What is the number one way people lose money? Is through taxes. Taxes. Okay? This is why he pays a lower effective tax rate than his secretary. If you aren't educated, taxes, whether federal, state, local, or property taxes, will likely be one of your largest expenses in life, with tax brackets ranging from 10% to 37% based on your adjusted gross income. Most Americans earn ordinary or earned income. Okay? What do I mean by earned income? Where do you put ashes? Where do you put ashes when somebody gets cremated? You put them in a urn. And some of you are working to death for money. This is why we call it earned income. Everybody type URNED, income. Everybody type earned income. That's the kind of income that some of y'all are making. It's earned income. It is money that you are working to death to get. You are literally working to death to get this money. That's why it's called earned income. Not EARNED. I said URNED. Some of you are pursuing earned income. It's money that you are working to death for. Okay? Most Americans earn ordinary or earned income, where taxes get taken right off the top of their paycheck, so it doesn't feel like a loss. Why? It doesn't feel like a loss because you didn't have to pay it afterwards. They already took it. So you didn't even know you had it. You didn't even know it was yours. Okay? Basically, the government doesn't trust you and therefore withholds your own money from you without interest for a year. The government does not trust you, when in fact we should not be trusting the government. And so they withhold your money from you for a year without paying you any interest. Most people are excited when they get a tax refund, but when you truly understand money, you realize that you never want a refund check because that means that you let the government use your money for an entire year without any benefit to you. Oh, I got a refund check. That means that you literally allowed the government to hold your money because you didn't trust yourself. You actually don't want a refund check. You want that money to be in your possession and be in your use and be multiplying, and then from the multiplication, then you pay the government. So let's say you paid $5,000 in taxes last year. What if you were able to multiply that $5,000 to $7,000 while you had it, then you paid the government their $5,000? Okay? So many of you have it backwards psychologically in terms of what a refund check really means. It means that you overpaid. A refund check means that you overpaid, that you gave them more, and all you're doing is getting a refund. That's why it's called a refund, because you overpaid. You're getting money back that was yours anyway. I wonder how much money they make off of overpayment of taxes and interest. Okay? So most people are excited when they get a tax refund check, but when you truly understand money, you realize that you never want a refund because it means that you let the government use your money for an entire year without any benefit to you. As your wealth consciousness elevates, you will learn how to leverage the tax code to pay no to low taxes. All right? Page 270. From a business and wealth consciousness standpoint, I love taxes. What? From a business and wealth consciousness standpoint, I love taxes. You can put that on wax. I don't love paying them, but I love the tax code. The tax code is exactly what it says, a piece of code in the operating system that has a disproportionate impact on your ability to produce and preserve wealth. Rather than hate it, you should learn to love it. Everybody type, I love taxes. Everybody type, I love taxes. Okay? I don't love paying them, but I love the tax code. The tax code is exactly what it says, a piece of code in the matrix, okay, that has a disproportionate impact on your ability to produce and preserve wealth. Rather than hate it, you should learn to love it. Okay? Now, the tax code is 6,000 something pages, I think. You really only need to know 10 pages for yourself. All right? I love it because the tax code actually incentivizes me to reinvest profits back into my business at level +2, +3, and +4 instead of pocket the profits for myself. When I pocket them, they get taxed, even if I intend to make personal investments with them. So anytime this money hits my pocket, guess what? It gets taxed. So the tax code actually incentivizes me to put this back into my business and keep it from hitting my pockets until I actually need it. If I carry the profits from 11:59 p.m. on December 31st over to 12:01 a.m. on January 1st, I am penalized with a tax. I am penalized with a tax if I carry it over just that 1 minute. Literally, my lights get dim in the twinkling of an eye because 25% of my stored energy disappears just like that into the hands of politicians. A $1 million profit instantly becomes $750,000 as if October, November, and December didn't exist. As if all the work that I did during October, November, and December, right, 25% of my year didn't exist. That I was just slaving for the government. Some of you want to know why tax day is April 15th, y'all? You want to know why tax day is April 15th? Because all the work that you do, January, February, March, and half of April, that's all the government's. That's really all the government's money. About 25% of the money you make is the government's money. So you spend January 1st through April 15th working for them. Then you get to perhaps keep what comes up after that, what you make after that. This is why tax day is April 15th. I hope y'all hear me. I believe that who's a better steward of the money, you or the government? The government is in debt. The government is in significant debt. Trillions and trillions of dollars. So who's a better steward of money? Me or the government? So if I know that I'm a better steward of money than the government, then guess what? Then I want to keep that money in my possession. I don't want to give it to them. Oh, these rich people are avoiding paying taxes. No, I am a better steward. I create a better world with that money in my possession than the government has created. They've demonstrated that they have not been able to create a country that benefits all of us. We've seen that with the recent killing of Tyree Nichols. The government is not good at using this money. So instead, I'm going to keep it in my possession and I'm going to create the reality. I don't need these presidents to represent me. I will represent myself with how I use this stored energy. I will represent myself. I believe that I'm a better steward of money and can create more good than the government does. They have had plenty of tax revenue, yet they continuously run a deficit. The national debt keeps increasing and our collective condition isn't improving. How is the government's debt increasing, but our condition as Americans is not improving? How does that make sense? Why would I keep giving that entity money? Therefore, I must do everything in my power to keep the money in my control rather than releasing it to them. I must do everything in my power to keep the money in my control rather than releasing it to them. We're on page 270. When I avoid taxes, I am rewarded for continuing to circulate money into my business's growth by taking the newly created financial capital and investing in more personal capital, intellectual capital, social capital, human capital, and physical capital. Okay? We're on the top of page 271. We just went through -2. So -2 is what? Everybody type -2, losing money. Everybody type -2, lose money. -2, lose money. -2, lose money. Okay? Now we're going on to -1. -1 is spend money. When you spend money, you end money. You get one use of it and it's gone forever. When you spend money, you end money. You get one use of it and it is gone forever. You may get multiple uses out of the material you buy, but you only get one use out of the money. There is no financial benefit, only instant gratification, which will soon fade. We want to spend money. You never want to spend money. Everybody type spend, SP-END. Everybody type spend, SP-END. I want you to see it. When you spend money, you end money. We're reading Rich and Righteous, Spiritual Secrets of Mastering Money, Manifestation, and Your Mind. The link to get the book is pinned at the bottom. Okay? When you spend money, you end money. What we want to do is we want to spend money. Everybody type SPIN. Everybody type SPIN. We want to spend money. Circulate money. That's what we want to do. We don't want to spend it. We want to spend it. Okay? Things we spend money on include food, clothes, cars, rent, furniture, entertainment, and electronics. Some of these are needs and some are wants. It's up to you to discern the difference. When you truly understand money, you can elevate almost every way you currently spend money into a higher level of the money on the money maximization matrix. There are creative ways to turn many liabilities into assets and expenses into revenues. Uber and Turo have turned the expense of a car into a revenue stream. Airbnb has turned the liability of a single-family home into an asset. Twitch has turned the liability of wasting time on video games into a potential asset. While there are some forms of spending that we cannot avoid, like food, we want to spend as little money as possible. Okay? We want to spend as little money as possible. All right? Everybody good? Perfect. So now we're going into 0. So that was -2 and -1. Now we're going into 0. Okay? 0. Save money. You thought you were doing something by saving money? We're going into save money now. 0. You aren't putting the money to use at all. That's what happens when you save money. Okay? We know that money is a stored life energy from value that was created or captured in the past. It is useless unless you use it. At a 0.03% interest rate in your savings account, there's essentially no benefit. There's essentially no benefit. At an interest rate of 0.03% from your savings account and an average inflation rate of 3%, you're losing money when you hold it as cash in the bank. And we know that inflation number has gone up since I wrote this book. The only 3 things worse than saving your money in a bank account are putting it under a mattress, spending it, or losing it. Okay? The only 3 things worse than saving your money are putting it under a mattress, because if your house catches fire, then guess what? The money is gone. It's not even protected. Spending it or losing it. At a 0.03% interest rate means that for every $100 in your account, you only earn 3 cents over the course of an entire year, but your cost of living increased by 3% or $3 due to inflation. Therefore, you actually lost $2.97 or 2.97% by saving your money in a bank. When you save money, you lose money. When you save money, you lose money, family. I wish you could understand that. When you save money, you're actually losing money. Okay? Type savers or losers. Type savers or losers. Type savers or losers. Okay? See, nobody taught you about money in this way. Okay? Savers are losers. All right? So, next, now we're getting into positives. Okay? Now we're getting into positives. Positive 1, donate money. Donate money. When you donate money, you are putting money to good use, but it's oftentimes unsustainable. The benefit of donating money is that you have positively charged that money. You get a good feeling, and you get a tax write-off up to 50% of your adjusted gross income for the year. But most nonprofits operate, listen to me, most nonprofits operate from poverty consciousness and continuously have to beg for money to survive instead of creating more sustainable models like many nonprofit hospitals and colleges have. For many nonprofits, there never seems to be enough. The word nonprofit suggests an unsustainable bottomless pit, and many operate inefficiently. This is why we are seeing the rise of social entrepreneurship, B Corps, and triple bottom line companies. Yes, 95% of the nonprofit world is in scarcity consciousness. They are constantly begging. So much so that they have to run ads of children in Africa with flies flying around their face. All that is doing is promoting the poverty that the nonprofit itself has. We're in so much need, and so are these children that we serve. How about you show me how many kids you fed? You keep asking me for money and showing me the same kid with a tight belly and flies. How about you show me how many meals you've given? How about you show me the Last Supper? Because I've sent money your way. How about you show me the Last Supper? How many people have you fed? Because you keep showing me this scarcity. How about you show me the abundance that you're creating in this so-called reality? Or is this just another commercial based in scarcity? The Black Panther Party free breakfast program was according to FDR, was one of the greatest threats to American society. Why? All we were doing was feeding the babies before school so they didn't go to school hungry. And when we were doing that, it meant that we were gathering similar to this every single morning. We would gather as community. Education, information could be transferred. The kids were now nourished so that they could go learn and weren't focused on their stomach. They could instead be focused on the food for thought and not just the food in their belly. Us coming together as community was deemed the greatest threat to the American government. But we had receipts. Kids were eating daily. So I was in the nonprofit industry. My first job out of business school was in the nonprofit industry. Constant begging. Victim consciousness. Okay? 272, second paragraph. Some nonprofits must spend all the money they have each year. If not, funders will say, we gave you too much, and they will not get fully funded the following year. And I ran a nonprofit, y'all. So I know what I'm talking about. If not, funders will say we gave you too much, and they will not get fully funded the following year, which penalizes a nonprofit that was financially efficient and rewards those that are not. Okay? This funding methodology can cause nonprofits to intentionally waste money to ensure that they are fully funded the following year. Nonprofits have their blessing model down, which is how they give, but they can do more good work and God's work when they figure out a business model that doesn't primarily rely on external donations. All of God's creations are self-sustaining. You hear me? All of God's creations are self-sustaining, which should be the goal of nonprofits because of the great work that they do. Donating is an important discipline and demonstration of wealth consciousness, and we will delve into tithing in commandment number 9. Okay? Now we're going on to positive 2. The positive two use of money. Okay? This is going to sound crazy to y'all. Positive 2 is expense money. Expense money. Okay? What? Jullien, you want me to spend money? How is that higher than the others? Listen. Expensing money. You are using money to grow an asset. Okay. When you are expensing money, you are reinvesting into something that is growing. Basically, you're taking the seeds out of the apple that you just ate and you're putting it back in to grow more apples. This is expensing money. This is not an expense where the money leaves and never comes back. This is not spending money. Spending money is when the money leaves and never comes back. Expensing money is when you are taking the seeds and replanting them so that you can grow more. Expensing money is different than spending money. Where spending money goes towards a liability, expensing money goes towards building and sustaining assets. The benefit is that business expenses are tax deductible according to Section 162 of the tax code that outlines which trade or business expenses can be deducted. You can write off all ordinary and necessary expenses paid or incurred during the taxable year in carrying on any trade or business and thus reduce your tax liability. Expenses include things like website design and hosting. Why? Because that's going to grow your business. Your email marketing, because that's going to grow your business. Vehicles, if you need that for your business. Equipment, like a computer that you need for your business. Uniforms, a computer, a printer, raw materials, right? Blank t-shirts. Office space, supplies, professional fees, accountants, consultants, and more. These expenses will grow your business. So spending money is when the money just goes out and this money goes out and you never see it again. Expensing money in the context of a business is when you are putting money into the business in order to grow it. So if I'm going to spend $1,000 on a computer, then that computer, I should have a methodology or a theory and a thesis that $1,000 computer is going to make me more than $1,000. So I'm going to get that $1,000 back when I write my book on this computer, okay? When I design a t-shirt on this computer. Do you understand the difference between expensing money and spending money? Do you understand the difference now? Do you understand the difference between expensing money and spending money? It's a very subtle difference, all right? But I need you to get it. There are thousands of things you can write off within the law. A general rule of thumb is that you want to rent things that depreciate over time and buy things that appreciate, but can be depreciated for tax purposes over time, like real estate. When done right, every expense should expand the business's ability to do more good and more God in the world and yield a good return on investment. Okay? So that's the difference between expensing money and spending money. All right? Positive 3. Invest money. Okay? We're on page 273 at the bottom. You put the money towards the growth of an asset with the intention of generating a percentage return. The benefit is appreciation in equity, increase in stock price, and or cash flow, rental income, interest, or dividends. Stocks and real estate are two of the top investment options. You can even loan your money out at a specific rate, and that would count as an investment too. Each investment varies in its degree of risk, and the rate of return should reflect that risk. The stock market grows at about 5% per year. Single-family real estate appreciates at about 3% per year. And a decent multifamily real estate deal should yield at least 12%. Okay? Finally, positive 4. Multiply money. You are doubling, tripling, quadrupling, or 10xing money. The benefit is cash flow and equity. The only way I've seen this achieved in terms of multiplying money consistently is by owning a business. Sure, people have hit big on some stocks, stock options, and some cryptocurrencies, but wealth comes through consistency. In order to be consistent, you will always have to be finding the next big thing to blow. Doubling your money is a 100% return on your initial investment. It is extremely rare for a passive investment to perform at that level, and it is rare to ever experience exponential growth like that in your salary at a job. Multiplying money usually means that you are actively leading the charge. An idea that came to you is now coming through you. You have found a problem you are passionate about solving and beginning to receive an economic reward proportional to your degree of giving, and you found a large enough problem and market to scale a sizable business over time. This is how you multiply money. Okay? This is how you multiply money. I don't know of any way to multiply money passively. All right? passively. It typically is going to require you having a business, a divine idea that was downloaded into you, that is coming through you, and that you are now putting out into the world. Okay? So I'm going to repeat those really quickly. -2 is losing money. -2 is losing money. Everybody type that. -2, lose money. -1 is when you spend money. When you spend money, you end money. 0 is saving money. There's no benefit to saving money unless you are saving it for an investment. +1 is donate money. That means that you are giving it, you are charging it positively, but donating is unsustainable typically. +2 is expensing money. When you are taking the seeds and you are reinvesting them back into something for future growth. +3 is investing money in things outside of yourself that have growth to them, like real estate or stocks. And +4 is you actually multiplying money yourself. Bottom paragraph of 274. Each level of the matrix represents how you are charging money. Consumers, employees, and people experiencing poverty charge most of their money at level -2, -1, 0, and +1. Okay? Creators, entrepreneurs, and people experiencing wealth charge most of their money at +2, +3, and +4. That is the difference, family. I'm going to repeat that. Consumers, employees, and people experiencing poverty charge most of their money at levels -2, -1, and 0. And +1. Okay? Creators, entrepreneurs, and people experiencing wealth charge most of their money at +2, +3, and +4. As a child of God, the Creator, you are also a creator. You are meant to be fruitful and multiply, as the scripture says. Okay? The energy in your body and the stored energy in your bank account should be used at the highest levels possible. The energy in your body, right? The greatest currency is where? It is here. The greatest currency is in your body, is not outside of you. This is not the greatest currency. The greatest currency is in you, family. So the energy in your body and the stored energy in your bank account, which is this, okay, should be used at the highest levels possible. The righteous simply aren't putting, us, the righteous, you and I, are simply not putting enough points on the board. That's our fault. That is our fault, family. We simply aren't putting enough points on the board. We have the power to change the entire game in the same way that Steph Curry changed the game of basketball, typically dominated by big men, with his three-point shot and dribbling abilities. I love Steph Curry. He changed the game of basketball forever, right? This game was dominated by big men in the same way that the money game has been dominated by unrighteous people who have no hang-ups about money. We have the opportunity using this point system to change the game like Steph Curry, okay? We level the playing field and bring heaven on earth faster by maximizing the money we've been given stewardship over. Whether the righteous or unrighteous have more money at this exact moment, our focus is getting more out of the money we have by circulating it faster than we typically have. True prophets shall profit. That's a bar. True prophets, Prophets, shall profit, Profit. True prophets, those who are doing God's work on this earth, shall profit. I've said this before. I wish Malcolm X was rich. I wish Martin Luther King Jr. was rich. I wish Booker T. Washington was rich. I wish that money was never a factor, because with their visions, they would have brought heaven on earth if they didn't have to worry about this. True prophets shall profit. I am a true prophet because I create more value in the world than I take based on the way I circulate my energy. I came, I created, I circulated, I contributed, and so shall you. I came, I created, I circulated, I contributed, and so shall you. Repeat that after me. I came, I created, I circulated, and I contributed. I came, I created, I circulated, and I contributed. I came, I created, I circulated, and I contributed. I came, I created, I circulated, and I contributed. When you take your last breath and you return to oneness with the Mother, Father, God, all your spirit wants to be able to say is that I came, I created, I circulated, and I contributed. I came, I created, I circulated, and I contributed. I came, I created, I circulated, and I contributed. I came, point to yourself, I came, I created, I circulated, and I contributed. And so shall you and everything that comes from you. That is the money maximization matrix. We have to stop using money at the -2, -1, 0, and +1 level, family. We have to get to +2, +3, and +4. If we can do that, we will be able to multiply the money that we do have. Don't worry about the money that you don't have right now. We will be able to multiply the money that we do have in our possession right now at a faster rate than those who are creating a world that we don't agree with. And this is how we bring our version, our individual and our collective version of heaven on earth. I came, I created, I circulated, and I contributed. That is it, family. All right. So with that, I'm going to apologize for the technical issues with YouTube. It may have been my internet. I will test that out for tomorrow. As you can see, I'm in a new space. So I'll test that out for tomorrow, and hopefully we have a better experience tomorrow. But again, we are always on Instagram if YouTube acts up, and if Instagram acts up, we are always on YouTube. So we always have a backup. If you're just joining us, your first time being here, we are reading Rich and Righteous, Spiritual Secrets to Mastering Money Manifestation in Your Mind. And you can go get a copy of the book. I pinned the link at moneymanifestation.com. You can go to moneyandmanifestation.com and get a copy of the book for yourself. You can also go to the Facebook group. Okay, go to facebook.com/groups/rich and righteous. Again, that's facebook.com/groups/rich and righteous. There are literally people in that group who are looking to give away extra copies of the book. Remember, when they purchased the book, they got 5 copies. They're looking for ways to give a copy of the book away. And so you can go request one. But again, you request from a place of genuine need, not from a place of neediness. All right. So I will be admitting people into the group in about 5 minutes. In about 5 minutes, once we get off this live, I want to thank you again for being here. Apologies for the technical difficulties on YouTube. We'll try again tomorrow. And again, we have Instagram as a backup. And if Instagram acts up, we have YouTube as a backup. All right. So tomorrow we are reading on page 276, How to Acquire More Assets. How to acquire more assets. We'll be reading that tomorrow. So I will see you at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Please set a phone alarm, and I want you to have a blessed and abundant day. I came, I created, I circulated, and I contributed. That's why we are here, family. This is how we bring heaven on earth. Wish you the best. I will see you tomorrow. Much love. Peace. All right, IG. Apologies for all my YouTubers. Apologies for that issue. The internet seems to be full bars, but for whatever reason, it was choppy and freezing. So I'll reset the router and try to get that ready for tomorrow. Again, otherwise we are here on YouTube. We're here on Instagram if it acts up, and I'll just record directly and I'll upload the recording later. All right. So have a good one. I'm going to go admit people into the Facebook group right now. So again, that's facebook.com/groups, plural, /rich and righteous. Rich and righteous is the end of that. And I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Much love, y'all. Peace.